Hi everyone. Today I'm going to speak about female sexual empowerment and the goddess energy. So what does it mean to be the goddess? Oh, she is such a goddess. What does that mean? What does that mean for the sexually empowered woman to be in her goddess energy? Now, first of all, when we say goddess, we often refer to some archetype, and we might imagine some like flowy, wavy woman dancing with her arms and bangles and long flowy hair with a crystal on her forehead and chiffon drapes and belly dancing, like that is the goddess. And we can imagine this like archetype that we're going to embody. I want to give you a different perspective of what the goddess truly is and what it is truly pointing at when we refer to the goddess energy. Okay. Or being the goddess. What does it mean to be the goddess? What happens in a woman to become the sexually empowered goddess? Now, we do not need to be mystified to feel that we need to embody some kind of archetype, to dress up and look like a certain kind of archetype, some woman with a flowy dress and waving arms and bangles and crystals and belly dancing and all that stuff, The goddess is when a woman is able to feel so deep into her own body, into her own presence, into the sensations and into the pleasure of her body, that she starts feeling and noticing these ripples of bliss that is alive in all of us, but she starts noticing them. That there are ripples of bliss, there are sensations of pleasure that run right through her body, and that she is able to basically have orgasms in every single cell of her body. The goddess woman, has met herself so deeply inside herself. She has created a safe space for herself to feel so deep into herself that she feels so alive, so vibrant, so joyful, that the joy of the universe is bursting through her body, is vibrating through every cell, and she knows how to access that. And she basically is using certain simple techniques like breathing, deep breath, asking herself, how much can I feel? How much can I feel? Connecting to her own sensations, connecting to her own emotions, learning and understanding that there's a flow of energy right through her body. And in essence, she has learned to, within herself, to understand or know or feel or notice the presence of divine life source, divinity itself, which is not the divine or the goddess, but she realizes within herself that the God energy, God, that she is God, not the one God and everyone else is not. We are all God. We are all God. And she realizes this, and she feels this divinity flowing right through her body, and she knows how to connect to her own portion of divinity which flows through her. It's the most empowering thing a woman can do, because in fact you do not need another to do that. You are then sexually empowered or sensually empowered because you can connect through certain techniques to your own body, to your own highest bliss. That is true empowerment. That is true sexual empowerment, liberation from actually needing anyone else to come and help you orgasm. You're like, you can do it. And it can be intimidating for lovers who meet a woman who is so in her power, in her softness, in her joy, in her bliss, in her essence. So that can be intimidating to lovers, because they will come to you and often say, I don't know what to do. You seem to be totally self-sufficient. And the fact is, you don't need the other person. I always say to, when a person says that to me, is that's true. I don't need you. But if you can join my party and bring your connection to your own bliss, and we put those two together, oh my word, then we have fireworks par excellence. Because before, let's talk about me. For instance, before I could connect to my own bliss, body, life force, I would be pretty much like just numb, and then my partner, lover, would touch me, and I would slowly wake up and start feeling more, and feeling more pleasure. But I sort of start from a baseline of 0, and then we build up. Whereas when we are able to access our own aliveness, bliss, what happens is, even before you approach your lover, or as you just start approaching your lover, like I would take some time to connect to my own body. I would very quickly, even when I'm just approaching my lover, or we're just starting to touch, I will very quickly tune into my own body and tune into my own bliss. And what happens is, I bring my full bliss, my full presence to the party. And then from there, so we're already on quite a high level of being ecstatic. From there, when we then start stimulating and following this energy and surrendering into this bliss energy and the bliss body more and more and more with your lover, then you really have a big fire of pleasure and energy that just cooks up so quickly and so easily. And another grand benefit of being able to understand one's own life source force, the goddess, the God within oneself, is you will show your lover what pleases you. You will show your lover where your bliss channels are running, because you know where they are. So the sexually empowered woman is able to guide her lover into her Garden of Eden, into her bliss body, and with absolute joy and pleasure to basically show them how you respond with so much aliveness. And the lover would be very happy to follow, because I find, let's talk about men and women, men often say they are so eager to please a woman, but it's very difficult for them to understand how to please a woman if they're going to be working off some manual, or press this button, tickle there, stroke there, it's like then they're approaching you like they're a mechanic, and we both start on like a dead level. And now how do you please a woman, where the sexually empowered woman knows how to access her bliss. She knows how her body works. She knows her energy channels, and it's so easy to, with joy, with love, with excitement, to guide her lover into this energy of bliss through her body, and then they can simply follow, and they I promise you are very eager to follow that cue from you and to follow that guidance. And often in the love making situation, it's not always like that, but what I often see is, for women in general, it is almost easier, not for everyone, easier to go into this sensual aliveness. And often we do take the lead. We do take the lead and we do guide the men. It's very empowering. It's also a very gentle guidance. So it's almost like the guidance is like a pulling in, a welcoming in, a welcoming into the wonder of who you are, you know. And that's how you take the lead as a sexually empowered woman, is you arrive in your fullness, and you arrive and you invite your lover into that fullness. And when they visually see your bliss, see your energy going everywhere through your body, it serves as a reminder for them to also tap into their God awareness inside their body. So this is a very tapping into the God energy, the God essence, the goddess, is a feminine process of surrendering, feeling the emotions, feeling the sensations. It is very feminine. It's also not just only running in a certain way in your body. It's like, you know, it can be different every day. You know, you can feel slightly different. Your sensuality can be slightly different in any day. So this awakening to knowing the divine essence within is, in essence, a very flowy process, a very flowy, like the force flowing through the ocean, moving the waves. It's a very feminine, flowing process that we go through to connect to this divine force, flow. And that's why it's quite wonderful when women step into their true power, which is a power of connecting into themselves, with themselves, in a gentle, loving way, and then guiding others through a inviting in kind of process. That's the feminine power, is guiding through, inviting into this space of love and expansion and joy and bliss. Loves. So I do offer a 6-week online course for women and their lovers. I keep changing the name. Initially it was called Full Body Orgasms, and now it's called, I think, Full Body Awakening, because it's basically the same. Orgasm is a spiritual awakening in my books. So I do offer a 6-week online course, and in the first 4 weeks, I only focus on the woman's connection with her own body, her teaching her the tips and tricks of how to do it, how to connect to your own bliss body. And then in conjunction with that, I give some extra lessons to her lover in the meantime, and if it's a male, on certain things that he can do to start preparing his body and his awareness in his body. So that's sort of running on the side. And I also show the woman how to connect to the whole body, and then only do we move to her yoni. Teach with first establishing some basic techniques of connecting to the body, and then applying those same techniques with connecting to the yoni, which is a more sensitive and highly emotional place for the woman. And then in the last week, I connect the two lovers together, and then the idea is to know how to maintain your own goddess energy while you are with your lover. I wish you lots of happy lovemaking. I love you all. Thank you so much.